What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Varane's road to the final, and I am a bit disappointed and I'm not, because he is going to be one hell of a card if they do manage to go quite far. Obviously, we all wanted Ferland Mendy, doesn't really get too many informs or special cards, so it would have been nice to get one that kind of went up as the game went along, because I don't think there's a better left back out there. Maybe if you could argue some prime moments, some icons, but realistically, right in this second, there is nobody better than Ferland Mendy. I've seen him in pretty much every team I've come up against. Varane, very much like Mendy, he is pretty much in most teams for the link, but there's other centre-backs. So if you do choose to kind of go away from Mendy, then obviously Varane could not be one of your choices. Even though you've got the likes of Virgil, you've got Joe Gomez, Rio, Cannavaro, Maldini. There is so many options at centre-back that you could go for. Whereas, like I say, Ferland Mendy would have been my favourite choice. But Varane's coming in at 1.1 on the Xbox and 1.5 on the PlayStation. We're going to delve in to see how far they could probably go, and is he worth your coins right now? Let's get into it. Also, let me know down below, have you packed a road to the final team 3 yet? So if you have not been living under a rock right now, Varane is one of the most meta gold centre-backs we've got in the game. He's practically been in my squad personally since day one. Luckily, I was lucky enough to get him as a gold upgrade, and we wanted to try this one out. He is only 2 ratings higher, but obviously the major price comes from the fact that it is an upgradable card. Team of the group stage, for anybody out there, will not be upgraded. It is these specific cards and the Europa road to the finals that will get an upgrade if they do go through. It's nice that they've released like another group of them to make more relevancy as such, because normally we get one set and like 5 teams are already out. Some people do go to the Europa. Unfortunately, Man U's one of them, so we have got now Rashford Europa and Pogba Europa. With Varane, he's going to be sensational. If Real Madrid just make it through 2 rounds, he's going to be a 90 rated centre-back. He practically will last you for the rest of the game until team of the season, when he gets a team of the season, if he gets a team of the season, but you know what I mean. He is going to be absolutely cracked. So I think 1.1 mil, it's going to be interesting to see against the big cards like the prime Rios, not even the primes, by the end of it, the prime moment Rios. I know at the minute this is just like kind of for the now, so we will compare him against like Maldini, against Rio. Virgil has not really got many informs, so you can't really link it to him too much, but again, Virgil, Joe Gomez are cracking centre-backs as well. Personally, Varane is my favourite. I enjoyed playing with him. He's not necessarily got outrageous stats. He's got good pace as 84 on the base, which you can't argue with one bit. Obviously the chemistry star people are looking at is either Shadow or Anchor, which turns him into a 93 rated centre back. That is if you go with the Shadow. Anchor makes him a 94, but you only get the 89 pace. With the Shadow, obviously you get the 94 pace, which is just unreal for a centre back. You do get 97 defending as well with that. Just phenomenal stats across the board in terms of defending. Physical, 88 strength, 82 aggression, with the 77 stamina. Like I say, they're not like amazing stats, but it's just everything that works well together. 87 composure, 90 reactions, 83 ball control. Some really decent stats. But let's go into some gameplay and I'll show you what Varane can do. So in terms of Varane's gameplay, there isn't, like I say, there isn't a huge difference in terms of his gold to this version right now. Mainly what you're paying for is the chance to go through. Real Madrid currently have Atalanta in their next draw, so realistically, you should always put money down on Real Madrid in that match. Atalanta, though, can surprise you. Sometimes they can come up trumps. Real Madrid have not really been themselves for quite a while, to be honest. Even when Ronaldo was still there, it seemed like the team was slowly losing its structure and they kind of just need something new. They may still be doing some pretty good form, but I think in terms of what I hear, it's not the same Real Madrid. So it's going to be a tough one for them. Any Champions League match can be tough. Obviously, it's not just a guaranteed, but you'd hope to think they'd go quite far. And if he does go to the end, you could be looking at it like a 94-95 Varane. That is scary to see for a mil right now, and I think 100% worth it if they get there. But in terms of the overall, I've given him personally a 9.5. mainly because he is a 10. Like, don't get me wrong, he is a 10. But I think right now, if I'm judging price, I'm judging the upgrade, obviously it is better. If you kind of just take off the shadow, let's just take off the shadow, it's kind of blocking the view. So we get, oh, that's weird. It's not showing me the full view there. I think it's a -2 on the defending physical, 2 on the shooting and pace, 4 on the passing, 3 on the dribbling. So a pretty good upgrade. Mainly is the nice composure upgrade you get by a +4. Everything else, it's standard upgrade. It's nothing really too special. It is nicer, but you've got to see the price going from 167,000 to an extra mil more, and that's where you kind of got to judge it, because it does go up, but is it worth it? Can you just think, right, so he's going to go up in, I don't know when the match is being played. When's the next? Say the match is being played in 2 months, because obviously there's a Christmas break. Probably say start of February. It's probably January, but we'll say February. Is there going to be any centre backs out by then? Is this Varane still going to be as good as such than just the gold card? Like, could the gold card do as what the 88 could do for you? That's what you've got to really kind of knuckle down and think. Or could he go down? Could the price go down a hell of a lot, so that maybe when you get to January, you're not having to pay a mil straight off the bat? You maybe picked him up for 600, 700. I feel like he will hold his price, maybe not as high as this, because it is still just the first day. But I do think he will drop a little bit, and then he'll probably hold for the rest of it, because everybody knows how good this card is. And in terms of links, we don't even need to delve into the French links. Incredible. You can just stick at Real Madrid, Ferland Mendy, Courtois, Valverde. Literally the 4 cracking links right there between them. And then we have got similar players, like I said, Joe Gomez, Virgil. You could even spring for just the gold Joe Gomez, and it still would do practically the same. In terms of shadow, like I said, incredible stats. Anchor does just as good. You can't really argue with either of them. And in terms of the generations for him, then, he's only been here since FIFA 13. How old is he? 27 years old. Managing to get a team of the season on his first one. Went quiet for a couple of years then. Only a handful of specials. FIFA 18, he managed to get himself in footies. A team of the year in FIFA 19. And then a team of the season back in FIFA 20. I hope there is another team of season Varane on the horizon, because that card was absolutely fire. It was just so good. And I think in general he kind of went a little bit out of fashion as such. Virgil, Maldini were kind of like the it people this year. I think Varane's going to be absolutely cracking the whole way through, and we've had his gold card from the start. I want to get this card personally untradeable if I can. I know he's just out the range for the 81 to 87s, so unfortunately we can't get him there, and it may be done on purpose, but you never know. But for the player picks, we've had Ronaldo. Varane's got to be next. But let me know down below what you think of Varane. Is he worth the 1.1, 1.2, PlayStation 1.5? Is he worth that price tag for you? Make sure you like and subscribe to this video. I'll see you for the next one.